Sorry about that.
Ooh, the food is here.
It's okay. No worries. No worries, bro. It's
You-
okay.
you-
It's all good.
Wait.
Enjoy.
Oh my god, the food is here.
McDonald's sponsor us, please.
The things that happen in this video is very experimental,
Yeah.
including this fries.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Cosmic Fury video of us eating while talking? What about the actors and actresses in The Boys?
The only three people that I recognize in The Boys is Simon Pegg. I mean, from Shaun of the Dead and like Mission Impossible and whatnot. The next one is of course Carl Urban, like Judge Dredd, The Priest,
Thor,
Thor.
Lord of the Ring.
Oh yeah, he was in Thor.
Yeah, the Riders
Oh
of
yeah, he
Rohan.
was in Lord of the Rings. I'm like, what?
Riders of Rohan.
And of course Elizabeth Sue in
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man
Yeah.
and I don't know, a lot of random other movies.
Let's talk a bit about Carl Urban.
Carl Urban is a badass, yo.
He's a badass. He's a low-key nerd. Seriously.
Yeah,
I mean, we just mentioned about the movies that he is in. I mean, if he's not a geek, then what else? I think.
I think we would have someone that we know in Singapore that actually met him before.
Oh, is it?
Teresa.
Oh, Teresa.
Yeah.
Was it MES event something?
I don't know. I think it was in Australia. Teresa, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but correct us if we are wrong.
Yes.
But yeah, she meet Carl Urban.
Seriously, Carl Urban is a low-key geek and nerd. So
He's like, for me, I feel Carl Urban is like the same level as Keanu Reeves.
just more
But now
less-
Keanu Reeves is like a bit higher than him because of John Wick and all. But
Yeah. And Carl Urban is he's pretty I would say doing his thing and not like caring about popularity wise. And oh yeah, he was in Doom also, right?
oh yeah, he's the good guy in Doom.
Yeah, the Doom movie that everybody wants
Hated
to
it
forget.
so much. Yeah.
Oh, we can do that on the roast though.
Oh shit!
With The Rock, he still can't say the movie, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh
Shit.
my god.
Let's hope
So-
the new game can save the movie or franchise.
Yeah. The Doom games are good.
Yeah, they are. The Doom games are really good.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Awesome graphics. Alright, so Carl Urban in The Boys, he is Butcher.
Yeah, Butcher.
I can't remember his full name, but so-called he is the guy that initiates the so-called killing of the superhero team.
Yeah.
And the first person he tries to get into the fray is Huey,
Yeah.
who is apparently quite distraught of what has happened.
Yeah. Of course.
Like who wouldn't the company tried to buy him off, and that itself is kind of like that's effed up, man.
Yeah,
So like
it is.
just to keep quiet, and Carl Urban somehow knew about it. Don't know how. Has yet to reveal because we haven't saw the rest of the episodes.
Yeah.
Like how he knew Huey is involved in all of this. Do you actually believe the backstory that he is ex-FBI agent?
I think in the first episode, I think closer to the end where the translucent guy was in the show and all, the guy did ask him like, aren't you like the Fed or something? He's like, I have to say that I'm actually not. He's like, what?
So he actually tricked Huey to believing
Yeah.
and
But one thing I think he's probably really comfortable about this The Boys series is he can be in his own accent, which is Australian.
how many movies has he been that he has to fake his accent?
Wow.
Too many.
Too many movies.
Was there any other shows that he can actually speak in his own accent?
I don't think so.
remember. I can't. I mean, would you consider Thor closest to his accent? No. Right?
No, actually Thor is more of for me I feel it's more to like the British accent.
British accent. Yeah. So
Because it would be so weird. I mean, Chris Hemsworth and all was having that English accent, Anthony Hopkins as well, Kate Blanchett as well, even Loki as well. So I think it was more of a British accent. It'd be so weird to have an Aussie accent like suddenly in Thor from Asgard. Asgard. I don't know how it's going to pronounce it.
Yeah, like I guess Karl Urban can be in his own skin in The Boys and be comfortable with it. Like, I mean, he's.
I mean, from the acting itself, you see like he's very comfortable in it.
Yeah, think about it. Like Butcher, would you consider him as a lead role or a side character? I mean, that's Huey, and then there's Butcher.
I think as the episodes progress, I think he will be more of the lead character. Yeah, but I don't. We gotta just keep watching.
Yeah, like lead characters definitely will be Judge Dredd. That is most like prominent lead, and I mean, he's badass in Judge Dredd.
Yeah,
like he wore the helmet the entire time and he did not take it out, right? So and he was the most brooding version, better than Stallone's version. But I mean, Stallone, I have a guilty pleasure on that movie because they try to make the movie into a superhero version. But when Karl Urban took it, right? Oh my God!
He took it to another level.
The brooding. He nailed it down because Judge Dredd in the comics is also that part of his jaw. So Karl Urban did it like just nice, and
he's underrated.
Yeah, he's underrated.
He's really underrated.
I gotta agree with you, he's underrated. Like even in Doom, slightly overshadowed by The Rock because The Rock.
Yeah, because at the point of time it was the phase where Dwayne The Rock Johnson was having like his breakout times, you know, with all the movies that he was acting and all.
After Mummy, then he like skyrocketed from there. And definitely seeing him in The Boys now, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I think he will skyrocket his career as well.
1-to-1 fight scene with Translucent.
Oh my God, that was good,
That was clever. Like, obviously, okay, for Translucent, again, this is a spoiler video. Translucent, his powers is being invisible. And of course, you have trouble seeing or fighting somebody who's invisible.
Naked and invisible.
Yeah. You know that joke about like, what was that movie? It was another superhero flick, the one that had the flying bowling ball.
Flying bowling ball?
Was it
Hitchcock? No.
No, it wasn't Adam Sandler. Ben Stiller, is it? The one he had to be angry to have his powers.
Oh my God!
So there was one of the heroes that black. He said the only time he can be invisible, you have to turn around. So for this version, he has to be completely naked. I don't know whether it's a reference to Hollow Man or that movie. Was it?
And surprisingly, Elizabeth Shue is in this movie as well.
Yeah.
And in Hollow Man as well.
So when I saw that scene where Butcher was going against him, and he spit out his. Butcher was getting in the face, and he spit out his blood. And the only time to see him is when he's coated in blood. That's what happened in Hollow Man, right? So coming back to the fight scene, right? I think that scene was so damn clever, trying to. Butcher. He's a normal guy, like doesn't have any powers, but he seems to be quite strong. And the only way to counter fighting an invisible man, just spit out your blood onto the guy's face. And okay, like
which is like what you say, paying homage to like movie like Hollow Man.
Yeah, and eventually, Huey, being the electrician that he is, figured out why not just like
electrocute him, because apparently he found out that he's made of carbon material or something like that. Apparently he appeared on Jimmy Fallon's show, and so he's like, it's conductive to electricity. So,
but then again, Translucent, not exactly weak. I mean, he has some very hard diamond skin or something. What was it? Like,
I can't remember what it was. It was like some carbon-based material.
and he seems to have a little bit of a strength because he lifted the TV from the electrical socket, and when he got hit by a car, he didn't instantly die. He actually got flung across the shop after, hitting a few shells and then to the wall, and was still alive. So okay lah. Apart from being invisible and totally naked, he has quite a hardened skin, and I wouldn't say super strength lah, but there's a certain amount of strength lah.
No, there was one thing that I thought was quite interesting. Is when I can't remember what's the Elizabeth Sue character's name, when she was having a negotiation with one guy who wants to bring this guy called the superhero called the Nubian Prince. Then the guy was talking about Compound V, saying that that item is actually what makes certain people superhero and all.
Alright. In the comics, yes, there is that version. But how that Compound V is implemented into the heroes, we gotta see the episode, because I kinda know a bit, so but I don't wanna spoil it. But how that whole compound is implemented is fucked up. There's a reason why they call the seven. So I am hopeful to see how it develops for the upcoming episodes lah. Because as fucked up as it is, I just want to see how the show does it. Because it's dark lah, just not yet lah. And so that's Translucent. What do you think about the rest of the guys? Of the 7? So far
Actually, the only one so far, like, you kind of have an idea of their powers is Translucent. Obviously, he's being translucent and all. Then that Wonder Woman type superhero, can't remember her name.
Queen, how do you pronounce it? Maeve.
Maeve.
We need help. As you know that we have butchered Korean names, we
Sunbae. What fucking Sunbae?
people have asked me before at work, because they somehow listen to the stuff we do there. Hey, what is Sunbae? I cannot answer. I cannot answer because I don't know what it is.
But
it's called the Queen, just the Queen. The Wonder Woman archetype.
Yeah.
And then we have Homelander,
who's like Superman.
And we have
Adrian, who's like Flash.
The Deep, Aquaman.
Oh, he's Aquaman. Like they are so-called Aquaman.
But he's more like Nemo the Submariner from Marvel, because he doesn't have a staff. And then what was it? Black Noir or Crimson Noir?
Black Noir. Batman, I guess.
We did a research on the cast. It seems to be a black dude playing.
The black dude playing Black Noir.
But we haven't seen his powers yet. So I can only assume he could be a version of Batman because black brooding.
Yeah.
So but we haven't seen him in action yet. And
then of course there's Starlight.
Yeah, Starlight, the so-called new initiate. I think she could be in power-wise against Homelander. What do you think?
I think probably because she's just showing like a little bit of
Glimpses.
what she can do, not like the full-on power, Because Homelander, you kind of know what he's gonna go, how he's gonna be.
Yeah, and Starlight has this I don't know. Do you think it's called radiation, where she can besides like blinding people but the entire room
You know who she reminds me of?
What?
Supergirl.
Supergirl.
Possible.
Yep.
The idea of Supergirl, you know, like the innocent, you know.
But she can fly, right? Okay, not right.
I think she can. Wait, I can't remember about this part though.
Okay, I think we haven't seen her fly yet, but I don't know where she can fly. But power-wise, she has this blinding light powers. Like if you were to stare it directly, you go blind.
Yep.
She can affect electrical appliances around her like a EMP. I wouldn't say super strength, but she can actually punch a wall. So, other than that, what other powers does she have?
You know, they for me, I feel that they built Starlight to how Superman is supposed to be. You know, from like Des Moines, Iowa,
Wait,
from the farm. You know.
before we go forward with that, you kind of reminded me. Recently, you showed me the Slipknot video, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that's the reason why they played the video The Boys. Cause
Iowa.
the more it's their place, their hometown.
Hey, yeah, shit.
When I saw that, I like, Slipknot.
Yeah, Iowa, you know.
Clever, you lah, clever.
Clever.
So yeah, Starlight, the new and upcoming hero for the Seven, recruited into the group because so-called one of the members retired. From the looks of it,
But who is that one member that retired? Did they mention? I don't think so.
I can't remember the name of the character. Something. The way I look at it, he looks like a Green Lantern version of that group. I mean, because he carries a lamp. So, it's a light power-based character. So yeah, I mean Green Lantern is a light power-based character also. So that's the Seven. Like, but it doesn't. I mean, for me, when I look at those Seven characters, I mean 6 at least. They seem to be the most dodgiest bunch. Like when you look at Homelander, right? He's a type of guy you look like. He has very bad intentions. It is made it clear. Like you saw how he dispatches the bad guys who try to rob the bank. He just flew him in the air, and then the guy, I think he died.
Yeah.
So
and the guy, the one that, you know, the plane, the one that he crashed.
Oh yeah. It's the senator, right? Baltimore senator. Then
Yeah.
then he died. Then shot the plane right out of the sky. It was revealed why Homelander basically shot the aeroplane. It is not because somebody told him, because he has quite a nasty habit.
Okay.
You know, when Spider-Man series always say, with great powers come with great responsibility, right?
Yeah.
With X-ray vision, he has a nasty habit.
Oh, okay. But they make it seems like, you know, he's doing someone a favor kind of thing.
More or less, but somebody will eventually call him out in episode 2.
Okay.
Like,
I haven't watched episode 2.
Yeah. So yeah, basic. That's the thing the show tries to put, like all these heroes with all these powers, right? Without proper checks, they are just out of control.
That's why Butcher, the Carl Urban character, is saying that, you know, thousands and thousands of collateral damage that wasn't, you know, documented.
You know, the aspect I kind of like, because they put a little bit of perspective into it. Like for example, let's say Man of Steel, he fought with General Zod.
Oh yeah, that.
a lot of damages, all that, right? Nobody really put into account, right, the amount of repair that has to be made
Yeah, exactly.
and the potential victims. So the show does put that in perspective. And then
I mean, they did gave the idea, like they did presented that idea in Batman vs Superman, like the reason why Batman wanted to fight Superman and all is because of the collateral damage that he caused.
yeah, then that the idea, at least,
The idea is full blown in the boys, like that is like the main gist of the whole thing.
and the fucked up thing is that if you can't keep your mouth shut, they will buy you off.
Yeah. If you don't get by out, they'll kill you.
Yep. And they're not scared to take you out.
Yeah.
That is pretty. Oh my god. That's the thing I love about the show so far. It's like they are not worried about reminding you that corporations can own you.
Yeah.
And like Vault, is it Vault, the company now? Vault is technically the company that oversees the entire superhero community in US, and it seems that they are slowly increasing their power to try to push their presence into the military. So like seriously, if they had heroes in the army,
That's why it was mentioned in, I think, the first episode itself, like how they want to bring in superheroes into the army, like a privatized company and all.
Yep.
I mean, it deals with modern issues as well. I mean, if you think about it.
for example, Singapore Army, if we were to give it to private contractors, that's dangerous.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Because private contractors do not listen to government, only to the paymasters.
Yeah.
So the boys emphasize on the idea of like what the example of heroes coming into military, and the people who they are answering to is Vault, not the government.
Yeah. Exactly.
So there's a lot of I would say idealism. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the one thing that I like about the whole thing is they not only they show you like what could happen if like companies like the Vault get privatized and all, and they relate it to like modern, like our current situation. Like I mean, even in Singapore as well, I believe like the even like public transport company as well, a lot of it is all given to privatized company. So it's happening if you think about it.
Our electrical situation used to be one source, but now
Yeah, there's so many sources.
but generally it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Well, we're not giving flack on the electrical companies, but that's our 2 cents worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what else, man? Like visual wise, graphics wise, I think it's doing a good job. It's not too dark. It
Yeah.
has a Zack Snyder feel.
Yeah, but it's not like full on.
Yeah, Zack Snyder, you have to like. It's so damn dark. I don't know what kind of blue filter he used, but oh my goodness.
I had this one friend of mine. He said he was watching, that particular Game of Thrones episode, the Wolf, the one with the everything was so dark. He was just literally telling my friend, "Was it directed by Zack Snyder or something like that?"
Can't blame me because it's so dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, you have dragons. It's like a fire, what? Never mind. That is a whole different time we can go.
Yeah, exactly.
And pacing for episode 1 was nice. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
took their time to explain why Huey is feeling the way he is, and introducing like snippets of the Seven,
Yep.
and introducing I would say a world building kind of scenario where corporations are handling superhero movement, this and that, and slowly introducing the idea and intentions of guys like Butcher.
Yeah.
And so that's just episode 1, and I have to say honestly, episode 1 is those types is an episode that makes you want to see the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how episode 1.
And the only reason why I stopped watching the second one is because my wife Sonam actually was really pissed off with me because I watched the first one without her. So I'm sorry, my friend, but I will continue watching.
But it's okay. Even I will guarantee you, if Fias has watched it, he doesn't mind watching it again.
Yeah, I sure doesn't. Even I'll be really honest. If I finish this whole season watching like The Boys and all, I have a feeling I might watch the whole season again. Probably another like 2 times. Because honestly, I think it will be in that top TV series that I my favorite TV series to watch because okay, this is just a little bit of rant but there is one fucking series
I wonder who.
that I really like the whole series. Like it is something that I've besides horror movie, the other one that I really like watching is crime thrillers. That's why I watch a lot of crime documentary, crime thriller movies, like Seven and all. So there's this Netflix series called Mindhunters. It was released in 2017 October. Okay, I've watched the whole series. I loved it so much, and the end of the series there was a cliffhanger. So they were saying that the next the new season will be in October 2018. I waited October 2018. They were saying that we're gonna push it to November 2018. I waited. They said there was some issues with the shoot and all. We're gonna push it to January 2019. I'm like, okay. I waited. April 2019. Waited. June 2019, gone June. And next thing you know, recently I just checked. I even totally forgot about the series, but recently I just checked. 16 August 2019, first episode release.
When?
So, you make me wait so fucking long and end it with a cliffhanger and say that, it'll be an annual thing and all. And it doesn't happen. It's the same feeling I had when I found out that Game of Thrones you have to wait another year for it to release. So yeah.
So fuck you.
Yeah.
So it's okay, man. The boys are here.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So
is it enough to justify anyone who doesn't have a Amazon Prime account to get one?
no, you don't have to honestly.
Okay.
Because the thing is, I mean, for us who are based in like Singapore and Asia and all, then I don't think it's necessary for you to get. You can always, I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but sorry whoever paid for Amazon. I mean, I myself personally paid. And yeah, shout out to my friend Colin, who tells me like, I'll download the whole season for you, don't worry. I'm like, I love you, bro. But anyways, you don't have to get Amazon if you don't have it, in Asia, because they are not showing it on even the Singapore Amazon Prime as well. So I mean, unless like we mentioned before, if you have a VPN or something, then then it's worth it. Then you can just turn on your US VPN and watch it. But other than that, don't bother, man. Just go online, wait for it, look for it, download torrent. I mean, there's so many sources now.
Many. Just do the work.
Yeah, just do the work.